the color of the juices from roasted meat, and Beis Hillel says it's tar. Beis Hillel disagrees. I hainu Tanakama. So Beis Hillel is saying is the same thing. In other words, why do I need Beis Hillel? Beis Hillel is seemingly saying the same thing as the Tanakama, namely that there are only 5 categories and no more. Ika ben Arba say, what's the nafkamina? Amud Beis. The nafkamina will be litlos. I will say for Talia purposes. Look at Rashi litlos. Tanakama savar hey damim tmein vadoin v'idach sveka. So we'll say, so it could be that the nafkamina will be like this. The Tanakama holds that there are 5 colors that are definitively tamei. There might be others that are suffik tamein. That might be the sheet of the Tanakama. Whereas Beis Hillel will hold that what? That halacha l'maisa, no, they're vaday tar. There are 5 that are tamei, and everything else is simply not problematic. The nafkamina, of course, would be if a woman has one of these questionable discharges, color discharges, halach, and then she touches truma. According to Beis Hillel, the truma is totally fine. According to the Tanakama, we would say tolin. Next, hayarok akavi mahala matames. We'll say yellow. Yellow. Akavi mahala says it's tame, and remember again that Rabbanan say it's tar. What does a kavya do with the drasha of dameh dameh, which says that there are only 4 categories of problematic blood? We'll say possibility. One is a kavya mahalal doesn't hold to the drasha. Not everybody holds the drasha. The other possibility is not kavya mahalal holds of it. Milo amra b'chanina shachar adamu ela shalaka. Hachanami milkahu dalaki. We'll say, so we'll give the same answer that we gave for Beis Shammai before. That it could be that what? That a kavya mahalal says once you introduce this concept, that, for example, black is really red, but it was quote-unquote stricken, it was afflicted, that's why the color changed. You could perhaps apply that to other concepts or to other colors as well. That perhaps, again, a kavya mahalal holds that even yellow is really in the red family, ela shelaka. Okay? The Chachamim itarin. We'll say the Chachamim say yellow is tar. So hainu Tanakama. Aren't the Chachamim saying the same thing as the Tanakama? I will say the Tanakama said there's only 5, no more. Therefore, they exclude yellow. Why do the Chachamim have to come along and say that yellow is tar? It's the same sheet. So I'll say the same thing that we said before. That it could be that according to the Chachamim here, mitarin means that Allah if a woman has a yellow discharge, there's nothing to talk about. She's totally tar. Whereas according to the Tanakama, it could be what? A suffix. It could be a suffix. Good. Rabbi Meir. So Meir comes along and says when it comes to yellow, his lashon was even if you hold that yellow, what was his lashon? If you want to say that yellow is not problematic al tzilchos niddah, it should still be problematic in terms of mashke. So what does that mean? So Rabbi Yochanan, Yarad Rabbi Meir, the shitas akavya ben mahalalel v'timei. Rabbi Meir ultimately again descended into the shita of akavya ben mahalalel and ultimately again declared her tamei. So Rashi says over here, Yawad Rabbi Meir umetame dam yarok mishum niddah. So Meir essentially is saying, so Rabbi Yochanan says, Rabbi Meir goes to the shita Rabbi Chamel and says that yellow is tamei. V'hachi kamer Rabbanan. And this is what Rabbi Meir was saying to the Rabbanan. Nihi dehecha dekamish kachas kesem yarok amina lo mitamisu. So I would agree with you that if a woman finds a yellow stain, that halacha l'maisa, that stain will not cause a niddah problem. Look at Rashi. Lo mitamisu. Dechevan diyaraku nistama lav migufa asa delo shchiach velo talinan ba elahecha dechazia migufa dama. So if she finds a yellow stain, I will agree with you that is not problematic. Okay? So the Gemara says, Hecha dikachazia dam yarak migufa tetame. But you should at least agree with me that what? Where she literally has a yellow emission, there's yellow dam that is coming from her, ultimately again, she should be tamei. So we'll say, so understand what's happening over here. This is Rabbi Yochanan interpreting Rabbi Meir. Remember again. So according to Rabbi Yochanan, Rabbi Meir is siding with Akavya ben Mahalalel. And he's saying ultimately again, that a yellow, we'll call it yellow bleeding, is going to be problematic in terms of Hilchos Niddah. What Akavya Mahal is saying is like this, is that Rabbanan, I will agree with you that if she finds a yellow kesem, a yellow stain, that's not going to be problematic. But you should at least agree with me that if she mamish bleeds, if she has a yellow discharge, then halacha l'maisa, that should be dam nida. Ihachi, em eino metamim mishum kesem, metamim mishum mashke, mishum roem ibayile. So say if that's the case, then Rabbi Meir's statement in the Mishnah doesn't make sense. Remember, what did Rabbi Meir say in the Mishnah? So remember, you have a Kavya ben Mahalo come along and say that a yellow bleeding is problematic. Rabbi Meir comes along and says that what? If it's not going to be tamei because of kesem, it should be tamei because of mashke. But that's not what he's saying. According to what we just said, he should be saying like this. A yellow discharge will not be problematic because of kesem, but it should be problematic because of what? Mishum roa. Or if she literally sees herself bleeding like this, then halacha l'maisa, that should be problematic. Se'ela haki kamer. This is what Rabbi means to say. Haki kamer lahu. Nihi heicha dekachaz yadam yarok meikara lo metami. So Rabbi said, listen, watch this. Rabbi will say like this. I agree with you that if she initially sees yellow blood, that ultimately that will not be problematic. However, heicha dekachaz yadam adom v'hadir chaz yadam yarok tetame. But you Rabbana should at least agree with me that if she first sees red blood and then sees this yellow blood, that halacha l'maisa she should become tamei. Now watch what Rabbi is saying. I'll agree with you. In a case, obviously, where she has a yellow kesem, or for that matter, again, where she's bleeding and the bleeding, so to speak, is yellow, that it will not be problematic. But you have to at least agree with me that halacha l'maisa, when she was first bleeding red blood, and then subsequently switched to some type of yellow blood, that halacha l'maisa she should be tamei. Why? Because the yellow blood should be no less midi dehava amashke zav v'zava. Ultimately, again, because halacha l'maisa, the yellow blood should be no worse than ultimately what? The discharge of a zav and a zava. Look at Rashi. Rashi says over here, it's in the first short line on top of Rashi. So both say, so remember again, Rabbi Meir will say, according to this approach, Rabbi Meir will say, I agree that if she's initially bleeding yellow, it's not going to be problematic. But you have to agree with me, we should agree with me, that where she bled red, and then transitioned to yellow, that should be problematic. The time Mishum Mashke, Rashi says, Kiroka ukemi ragleha im nogin bo adam v'kelim v'taras ba'osa dam yarok sherase meni dusa shahaisa nida midam adam v'amam v'tarusa gamri. So let's listen to this. This is incredible. So Rabbi Meir will say like this. Rabbi Meir will say, I agree with you that yellow blood is not problematic, right? And therefore, again, I will say, if she begins bleeding yellow blood, that will not create any kind of problem. But you should agree with me in the following case, where she becomes a niddah by bleeding red blood, and then subsequently emits this yellow. That yellow discharge should be no different than the urine or the saliva of a zava. They will say what happens with the urine of the saliva of a zava. Ultimately, again, that could convey tumah to an individual. So after she becomes a niddah through her discharge of red blood, the yellow blood should still be problematic to communicate some level of tumah, just like the saliva of a zava. The Rabbanan will say no. Dumya derok. Marok shemis agil v'yotze, afkol shemis agil v'yotze. The Rabbanan will say, in order for something to be considered like the saliva, ultimately again of a zava, it has to be like saliva. We'll say what happens with saliva. Saliva accumulates and then comes out, right? As opposed to blood, which according to the Rashi over here says that blood, as soon as it's there, begins to flow out. It doesn't accumulate and then flow, but rather again it begins to flow as it's there. So the Gemara says, just like saliva accumulates then comes out, so to Rabbi say anything that comes out of her body that is like saliva will have the din of saliva. La fuke hai, but this excludes this type of yellow emission or any type of emission for that matter. Which does not collect ultimately again and come out, but rather drips out as it is there. Ihachi, if that's the case, Shapir ka'amrile Rabbanan Rabbi Meir. So we'll say, so the Rabbanan seem to have effectively refuted the position of Rabbi Meir. Or Rabbi Meir, so we'll say, according to this, Rabbi Meir is agreeing that a yellow discharge will not have the status of Niddah. What he's arguing is that a yellow discharge that follows a red discharge should at least have the status of the fluid that comes from a Niddah, just like the saliva of a zava. The Rabbanan refute that ultimately, again, this discharge is not like saliva. In order to be like saliva, you have to have saliva-like qualities, which means what? Pool, discharge. This doesn't pool and discharge, so the Rabbanan are saying good. Elahachi ka'amar Elahachi ka'amar lehu. Rather, this is what he is saying to them. So this is what Rabbi Meir is saying. Lahavi mashke mashke lahachshir es haziraim. So we'll say, interestingly enough, now we're actually going back like to what the Pasha reading in the Mishnah is. So Rabbi Meir is saying is like this. Rabbi Meir will say, I agree with you that a yellow discharge is not problematic al tilchos nida, and it's not going to have like the status of like the saliva of a zava, but it should at least be considered a mashke. That's what Rabbi will say. If it comes in contact with, let's say, seeds or anything else that is detached, it should make it ra'ui lekabel tuma. It should be like a liquid, like one of the mashkin that makes something ra'ui fit to be receptive to tuma. But the Rabbanan say no. Rabbanan say, now remember again, dam, blood, is one of the 7 mashkin. Remember, there are 7 types of liquid that make an item receptive to be, right? In order for something to be kabel tuma, it has to come in contact with liquid. Blood is one of those liquids. Rabbi Meir will say, you want to tell me that this yellow discharge is not like dam nida, it's not even like the saliva of a zava, that's fine, but it should at least be like a liquid, like a mashke that can make something ra'i lekabel tuma. The Rabbanan retort for Rabbanan, ba'inan dam chalolim v'leka. The Rabbanan will say no. In order for a liquid, in order for something in the blood family to ultimately again make something ra'i lekabel tuma, it has to have the status of dam chalolim. Look at Rashi, dam chalolim yishteh, dam shanefesh yotzebo karoi mashke. Ule'inyan hechsher ba'inan mashke kedichsiv asher yavala mai nitma t'chamashke asher yishteh kilomar ochel mashke asher. So also listen to this. So apparently the only type of dam, the only type of blood that serves as a mashke ultimately again is dam shanefesh yotzeba, lifeblood. Lifeblood. Therefore, again, this type of yellow discharge does not satisfy that criteria, and therefore it doesn't even work like a mashke. If that's the case, then the rabbis have effectively refuted the position of Rabbi Meir. This is what he means. So this is what Rabbi Meir says to them. Why don't you learn out the ability of this yellow discharge to act as a mashke, to be machshir something lekabel tuma from the following gzer shava. It says over here, we'll say the Gemara quotes the pasuk. The Gemara quotes the pasuk from Shir Hashirim. The pasuk says, "Shalachayich pardes rimonim impri megadim kifarim im niradim." So we'll say, so literally it says that literally shalachayich pardes rimonim. So we'll say, if you look at Rashi, Rashi says over here, shalachayich. The metaphor over here is that your dam nida hashaluach mina isha. The blood that flows from you is like the pardes rimonim, is like the orchard of pomegranates. Rashi says, pardes rimonim, ki pardes zeh shehu no'o lishtamer, kach benos Yisrael no'alos pischayen bimeni dusan, mizakik leba'aleim, impri megadim, taida benos. So we'll say, interestingly enough, the pasuk is considered to be a metaphor for nida. So a little again, shalachayich, that which issues forth from you, is kepardes rimonim, is like the pomegranate orchard. So it says over here, it says right, uksiv hasam v'sholeach mayim al pnei chutzos. And it says over here that what? That ultimately again, you shall send forth, v'sholeach mayim, sends forth water al pnei chutzos, on the outside. So we'll say, so the Torah uses, not the Torah, but over here it's a gzer shava between Eov and Shir Hashirim. It uses the same lashon of shalach by mayim and by Pardes Rimonim. So I'll say ultimately again, just like you see from here that what? Just like water is machshir zra'im, so to dam niddah could be machshir zra'im as well. So we'll say this is Rabbi Meir's Gezer Shava. Rabbi Meir will say just like water is machshir zra'im, so to dam niddah is machshir zra'im, and this yellow discharge should fall under the umbrella of dam niddah, even though it's not niddah blood per se to make her tarni, but it should fall under the umbrella. Therefore, she machshir zra'im. The Rabbanan say, Rabbi Meir, that is a great Gezer Shava. There's only one problem. Adam dan kalachor me'atzmo, ve'ein Adam dan Gezer Shava me'atzmo. I will say, one of the exegetical principles is, you could go ahead and come up with a kal v'chomer, you cannot come up with a Gezer Shava. I will say, Gezer Shavas are halacha la Moshe misinai. So the Rabbanan say, Rabbi Meir, that is excellent, A for effort. Right? That is an excellent Gezer Shava. There's only one problem, is you can't make stuff like that up. Right? There is no such Masorah for a Gezer Shava like that. So it's an incredible limud, but we don't have a Masorah for it. And I will say, now it is possible that Rabbi Meir did have a Masorah for it. I will say, again, remember, there are different Masorahs for different things. So Rabbi Meir did in fact have a Gezer Shava for that, have a Masorah for that, but the Rabbanan were saying we don't have it. Right? I will say, we'll have to stop over here. We'll pick up Mir Hashem at the 2 dots tomorrow. Shkoyach.